Thank you, Mr. Chair, and congratulations to all the nominees and to your family and everyone who is here to support you, and maybe watching to support as well. Let me start with our public trustee nominees, Dr. Newman, and is it Mr. Kazukas? Thank you. So in Nevada, there's over 500,000 of Nevadans who rely on Medicare to cover their health care needs. And there are over 500,000 Nevadans that count on Social Security for their financial security. And clearly the solvency of the Medicare and Social Security trust funds is crucial, not just for my state, but for the country. And in Congress, we have a responsibility to protect that solvency of these programs. Each year, we look to the trustees' reporting for an accurate assessment of each fund's fiscal health. So let me ask both of you, and I'll start with Dr. Newman, how has your experience prepared you to represent the public interest in the oversight of these trust funds?
Thank you for the question. And I should say I'm so honored to even be considered for this position. I've spent my entire professional career working on Medicare and retirement income issues and thinking about how the programs serve the people who rely on them. And so as I approach this position, I approach it thinking of the people in Nevada and across the country who are relying on Medicare and Social Security to be there for them when they need it. I would approach this position as I approach my other work, which is I believe I bring analytic skills. Our work is nonpartisan. I try to ask good questions in order to be sure, in this case, if I'm so fortunate to be confirmed, I would want to ask good questions. I would want to check that the assumptions of the actuaries are sound, and to think about what are the new trends that are happening and how is that going to affect the projections. What does it mean? What did COVID mean, for example, for disability? What does the advent of new drugs that may come along, such as Alzheimer's drugs, what could that mean for Medicare spending? So I would look to track what's going on with existing trends and keep an eye on things that are emerging in order to be sure that the work of the trustees and the report that comes to you is based on solid information and analysis.
Thank you.
Senator, I appreciate the opportunity to discuss my background and qualifications for the role. It's really a quite humbling role and one that's very meaningful to me, both for personal and professional reasons. You know, I have my first exposure to the programs was in my own family history, like so many Americans, and I appreciate the impact that they have on every American family. And so I think that just makes it all the more critical that Congress have the right information, a complete and objective picture about the financial and fiscal status of the programs. And I would bring to the role a passion for these issues. I've dedicated my entire professional life to serving the populations that these programs serve, and I very much want to ensure that they continue to have access to the security and care that these programs provide. I've had the opportunity, in fact, to work with different parts of the agencies that produce the reports. I served as secretary to the 2017 meeting and signed that report, so I have some familiarity with the process firsthand. And I would look to bring these collective experiences to bear in this role if confirmed.
Thank you. And then, Mr. Rawlinson. I was grateful Senator Cornyn and I have worked together on legislation that we included in the Secure 2.0 retirement bill that was passed last year that allows domestic violence survivors to withdraw penalty-free from their retirement plans. But I think there's more that needs to be done with respect to helping domestic violence survivors stay on that path. And I think the IRS can play an important role. So really what I'm looking for, and this is a conversation I've had with Commissioner Werfel, will really just asking if you would commit to working with the Commissioner on this issue and reviewing where IRS policy can be updated to help survivors of domestic violence.
Thank you. That's obviously a very important issue, and yes, I can commit to spending my time working on that issue.
Thank you. I appreciate that. My time is up. Again, congratulate you all on your nominations, and thank you for your willingness to serve. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I thank